Hello, this is Mr. Stickermania from Louisville, Kentucky to present my butcher cover that I peeled earlier today. The best peeled butcher cover I've ever done out of the 60 in the last 45 years that I've personally peeled. This is an East Coast number 3 Scranton. This is the factory shrink that was on the cover before I peeled the trunk cover off. See, it has original price tag of $239. Can you imagine that? And the original owner is Mr. Stickermania from Louisville, Kentucky, to give you a little tip. When you see a Beatles Yesterday and Today album, whether it has the butcher cover underneath it or not. If you notice these two covers, when I line them up together, one of them's, the one on top's 3/16 of an inch, then trimmed than the one below it. They did that at the factory so they could tell for inventory purposes which one had the butcher cover underneath it and which one didn't. On this one, if you do a close-up, you can plainly see Ringo's V-neck peeking through underneath. And there's his head right above it. Here is the latest East Coast butcher cover that I peeled. This is the remnants of the trunk slick I took off of it. What follows is a slideshow of the peeling process. First is the second state butcher cover before the peel. Real nice shape. You can see Ringo's V-neck right there. Next step is I start the peel and take off the trunk slick. You can see the trunk slick with the remnants right there, what was left. Then I start peeling off the paper and the glue. That's the first half. And that's when I got all the paper and glue off, and you can see there's a few nicks. Next step is, after I professionally touched it up, the few little nicks, and there is the cover, and shows the top and the bottom. Hello, this is Mr. Stickermania from Louisville, Kentucky to tell you about the backstory of the band Beatles Butcher Cover from June 1966. This is the latest one I peeled 2 days ago of the 60 I peeled in the last 45 years of collecting the Beatles. It came out pretty good. A few little tears on the edges that I touched up, but their four faces are vibrant and bright because vivid. Those colors have been buried for over 55 years by the safe picture of the trunk cover. The backstory is, this article kind of explains it, that they all had to be recalled, and they called in all the capital employees of the 3 factories in the United States, and they were going to be all destroyed, and they were going to make the covers with this, but they were all in time and a half, and they couldn't afford the overtime. It already cost them $250,000, so the last 60,000 of them, they just started pasting these on top of the butcher cover, and they said, the heck with it. The people will never know it's underneath there. Of course, they caused this to be the most collectible cover of all time. It's got the Mr. Stickermania again from Louisville, Kentucky to present my new acquisition of a perfectly peeled West Coast butcher cover. You can faintly see the glue circles over there. No tears in the peel. Real nice seams. Only flaw that I can see is a little bit of corner tip wear there. A nice back cover. And look at this remove trunk slick. Don't know how this is possible. Complete slick, no tears. Pretty much came off. It's all in one piece. This is the matching mono record, an excellent hardly been played condition with the bigger one. That means it's a West Coast. And the B side, side 2. That's pretty amazing. West Coast covers are really tough to find in those conditions because of the strong glue. But last night I peeled 2 East Coast Butcher Covers. Here's the stereo. How it's got a little bit of a different tint, you can see. Got a little bit of purple added to it, tint, than from the West Coast. The West Coast has a little more natural colors. But these have strong glue and it came out real good. Has some staple holes and a little split there. And somebody tried to pull back the cover, and so I had a little difficult time on that. That's a remove trunk slick with a few tears. Also, and within 6 hours I peeled a mono East Coast Butcher Cover too. Came out pretty nice with only a few small tears. Has a little writing on the back. And trunk slick I removed from there. That's the original capital rod inner slave that goes with all of them. That's Mr. Stickermania from Louisville, Kentucky, to show my history, how I became Mr. Stickermania over the many years. 1954, I was born in Indiana. That's my baby picture. 1971, when I was a junior in high school, that was my first cross-country meet in high school, where I was second place in the 2-mile run. 1975, in Indiana, they did an article on my Beatle collection, how the last remnants of Beatlemania. I was kind of dying off. There's a picture of the Butcher Cover, my first one that I peeled. 1976, after I saw Paul McCartney and Wings in Chicago. What an amazing concert. There's me and my whole collection. I'm holding on to my prize item, the Butcher Cover. You can see Beatles versus the Four Seasons and a lot of rare picture sleeves and memorabilia in the background. 1981, went to Chicago, went to my first Beatle convention. And in 2004, when I was here in Louisville, Kentucky, I got a hold of amazing Beatles collection. And that's how I got going on buying and selling Beatles memorabilia. Record player, flip your wig game, Beatles versus the Four Seasons, Ringo, Soki in the box. I bought it all, or the best parts of it. And here we go, talking about Butcher Covers. I just peeled another one today. The trunk slick that came off of the 1966 East Coast mono cover. And look at those. Look at those, that rare band cover. The Beatles in their Butcher smocks. Well, no seam splits. No writing on the back cover. You got a number 3 back there. That means it's a East Coast, made in Scranton, New Jersey. Pretty amazing, I'd say. Well, and one other thing, I'd like to thank our first 500 subscribers, but we got a long way to go. Still 93.5% of people watching my videos aren't subscribed, so I need more subscribers. What do you got to say, Sticker Kid?
I want 500 subscribers.
500 more?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot. With the rest of us, Sticker Kid's in here. Number 2. Got this West Coast Butcher Cover, near mint shape. Sticker kid, do you see this? The glue circles on there?
No.
That means it's original.
I think I'm colorblind.
Oh, you're colorblind?
Maybe.
No seam splits. Nice spine. And we got a matching West Coast record with a big one. That's how you know it's a West Coast in excellent condition. This cover's only it was done by Jim Hansen, the West Coast expert, Beatles expert on peeling them. There's only one little touch up there and a couple on the edges. Other than that, just a beautiful peel. These are really tough to get that kind of condition. Mr. Stickermania from Louisville, Kentucky in June 2023. This is our 300th video. What do you think of that, Sticker Kid?
I want to say something.
Say it.
You said May last time.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
Yes.
This is June. All right, here we go.
It's February.
No, it's not February. Here we go. We got this butcher cover I peeled today. It was a tough one. Took me quite a while. There's a tear there in the middle, but it's still, their Beatles faces are vivid and vibrant colors. Been buried for over 55 years underneath the trunk cover that came off pretty much in one piece. The matching East Coast record and a copy of the Capitol recall letter. All right, Skylar. Mr. Stickermania from Louisville, Kentucky with this amazing assortment of original first state, second state with the V-neck underneath, third state, a stereo peeled, and a fourth state that never had the trunk cover underneath. First, we got this, the only first time I've ever had a first state butcher cover that was never pasted over. It's a mono number 6 from Los Angeles. And you can see it's a little wider, hasn't been trimmed like all the butcher covers were trimmed 3/18 of an inch. And it's got part of the bench underneath where the East Coast covers didn't have that. One other little trick that you can do, if you put a piece of wet tissue on one that's been peeled, it will stick to the glue. Came off there, but this one won't stay on at all. Comes right off. There's no glue residue left on this cover, or you can see the glue residue left on this stereo that I peeled today, an East Coast Scranton number 3 or number 2. What else on this? This is the only about 200 of these are known to exist left in the world. Only the DJs got them for promotion, and the president of Beatle fan clubs got some, and a few stores like Sears got them the very first day for a couple hours before they were recalled, and then they were recalled to the factories and pasted over. This one's was set in a frame for 57 years out in California. You can see where some of the sunlight got to that part right there. But it's still awful amazing. Beautiful cover that was never pasted over. Here is the second state, sorry about that. You can see the V-neck plainly showing through. It's an East Coast number 3, and you can tell they were pasting these covers over so quick. There was no quality control. There's some wrinkles right there, and sometimes you'll see part of the butcher cover peeking through on the edges. But I'm gonna peel this one later tonight. Got these 5 butcher covers I'm working on. This is an East Coast Scratton that I peeled from my eBay store. Had some problems there on the edge. That's the matching East Coast record with a small one. Got these 2 butcher covers I peeled last night for LA from the Gary Hine estate. This one came out pretty nice, but somebody peeked there on the corner and messed it up. And this corner also, but the rest of it's beautiful. Great peel. It's a Scratton number 3. This one had some problems there on the edge, a few tears. Also a mono East Coast Scratton number 3. And of course, Bob Pearson stamped his name about 4 times, 5 times on the back. He wanted to make sure nobody sold from him, I guess. Got this West Coast I'm practicing on. I've taken the top layer off last night, the trunk cover. I'm gonna finish it up tonight. You can see it peeking through there. See if I can do a good job on that. That's for LA. This one's for a paying customer in New York. A stereo Scratton number 2 in real nice shape. Nobody's pulled the corners off very much, just a little bit there. Pretty sure I can do a good peel on this tonight. Let's hope so. Butcher covers, butcher covers, butcher covers. So this second state, West Coast, with the butcher cover peeking through on the side today for $14.44. This is my near mint peeled butcher cover East Coast. It's going out here shortly, sold. And the one I just got in today, a East Coast mono 1966 butcher cover with it peeled back a little bit on the corner. I'm gonna peel this tonight. Here's this amazing collection of original 1966 Beatles Butcher Covers. Got a peeled East Coast stereo with a removed trunk slick. Got this beautiful second state East Coast number 2. You can see the V-neck peeking through. And you got a peeled East Coast mono butcher cover that I peeled, and a second state East Coast butcher cover that's coming up on the corner with the original inner sleeve. The trunk slick, and you only peel the bottom half, so then you have a window shade butcher cover where half of it's peeled, the bottom half, and not the top half. So that's what he wants me to do for him. So I'm going to see if I can do that for Bill. And Warren got a hold of me today through my Yahoo page, and he wanted a number 5 stereo butcher cover peeled, which means it's a Los Angeles butcher cover with the strong glue. And I told him this is a number 6 with the strong glue. I told him I can't successfully peel a West Coast butcher cover. You need to find a number 2 or a number 3. Like these are, this is a number 3 mono Scratton, Pennsylvania. This is the last one I have in inventory. I sold 3 butcher covers in the last 48 hours. One to John Hood, a local mono East Coast, and I sold a stereo East Coast and another mono East Coast. So I sold 3 of them in the last 48 hours. So the demand for butcher covers is never going away. I got this in today. This is a West Coast number 6 from Los Angeles, kind of halfway peeled. I'm gonna practice on it tomorrow night and see if I can salvage the butcher cover. You can see there's one tear down here. but some of the trunk is still left on it. Remember, when we get to 2,000 subscribers, we're going to give away this one I practiced on, an East Coast stereo that had real strong glue on it. I think we're at 1740 now on subscribers. The Mikey Arugula interview helped us 10 subscribers, so thanks a lot, Mikey. All right, let's get into something. That was my rant on Butcher Covers. Any questions on Butcher Covers? Got 3 pretty tough questions, and they are right here. Don't nobody look. I didn't tell you what they were.
Yeah, don't let anybody see it. Don't let anybody say it.
Can I see?
No.
Why not?
So you get your choice of this stereo East Coast that somebody had peeled the top corner earlier before I got it many years ago, and I had a hard time. I couldn't finish that up on that corner. Another stereo East Coast, so they did the same thing. They peeled back that one corner probably 50 years ago. And that one comes with the trunk slit that I removed from it. Last one, we got a mono. These all come with the matching records too. This is a mono West Coast with a strong glue that I'm afraid to finish it up because I think I'll just make it look worse. All right, here we go. Let's put these out.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll for 3 questions. First one that gets all 3 questions gets their choice on practice Butcher Cover. All right, number 1. How much did the stereo Butcher Cover that I peeled in 2 long videos, part 1 and part 2, what did it end up selling for on eBay? Second question, what is the date, actual date, when the Butcher Cover was photographed? Third question, how much did the new trunk covers cost in 1966 currency money, to replace the Butcher Covers? How much did they cost each in 1966 currency?
You have to put all of your 3 answers together.
Showcase things. Give people time to showcase the different Butcher Covers.
All right.
While you give them time.
I'm just letting them know, because I can't have it because then there's no winner.
These are my real 2 nice Butcher Covers. This is my West Coast that you see. It has underneath the bench. It's up on my eBay store at $1,500. Give you a close-up of it.
You want to look at this?
But don't tell them if any of them's right.
Wait till you get several there, but do them in the order so I know.
Yeah, they'll be in the order, so just wait.
And then this is the nice East Coast near mint with a COA from Perry Cox that I sold to Annular and Christian for $4,000. All right. You got some people that have answered?
We got 2 so far.
Let's see the answers. Who's the first one? Uncle Paul, is he first?
No, he
He
only
only
said
did one
the
thing.
date.
Look.
Don't say if any of them
Yeah,
were right.
he got one of them right.
Oh, man, you should have said if any of them right.
Chris, that is wrong. That's right. Close, Polly. Joseph, you gotta keep going.
That's it right now.
Mm.
So no one's got yet. Don't say anything. Don't give any hints. We'll see.
But Joseph Mantino, you're not right. We need some more people to answer. We've got some of them are getting one of them right, but the price per cover they replaced it with is a little bit different. And what I sold it for, the Butcher Cover on my 2-part, is lower than what you're guessing. Lower and higher, in between. All right. What's going on, Sticker Kid?
Can I go clean my pocket? It feels so cheesy.
Cheesy?
Go.
Go.
That was dumb to do.
Here, go back to me and don't photobomb me. Go behind me.
Okay.
Because you're famous for photobombing me and Fest for Beatle fans behind the promoter of Fest for, what was his name? Mark Lapidus? Yeah. Here's the Butcher Covers again. We got any more answers?
Nope.
Yeah.
This one here?
Yoshi's not, I mean, it's not right.
No.
And then adjustments, you know, try to correct this.
No. I guess I made him pretty tough this time. Sorry.
Nenox. Look at his.
Getting closer. Don't have the date right. John Marino is pretty close. You got the last one, how much the covers cost, way off. Beetle hair, you're definitely not right. Polly was close. Nobody has got the price I sold it for, the butcher cover for yet. Everybody's getting the right date on when the butcher cover was photographed.
That's because Uncle Paul gave him the date.
But nobody can seem to get the 1966 currency of what a cover cost. A hint, it wasn't very much. All right, show these one more time. A stereo butcher cover with the trunk slick I removed. The East Coast butcher cover in a little better shape except for the one corner. And the mono West Coast with the real strong glue.
What about Mark?
Mark, you're getting close. Everybody has the middle question right. Everybody's having a tough time with the cover, and nobody has got the exact price I sold that stereo butcher cover for yet. But you're within $500.
Why do you keep on 26,000? You
Beetle
keep
hair.
spelling big numbers.
Beetle hair.
Nope. 26,000. I wish I could sell a butcher cover for 26,000. Nope. How you doing, Caesar? You said hi to me on Concert Buddies channel the other day. Chance, thanks. Boy, I made this tough, didn't I?
Good.
How are you, Caesar? Okay, the hints is you guys are close on what I sold the butcher cover. You're within $50.
Look at Tim real quick before you say anything.
You all have the date right pretty much, and the price on what a cover cost in 1966. You guys are all too high. That's about all the hints I can give. Boy, we got to get close on these. We got Tim locally guessed. You're getting closer. The more you peel, the rarer the second state becomes. Well, that's true, but not if you peel them real nice. They want the young generation, the 40-year-olds. They want a real nice peeled butcher cover with the trunk slick and a frame right next to it. Many of my 150 butcher covers I sold in the last 2 years have been for a younger crowd. Oh boy, 5 cents. Polly's getting close. Polly, go in between the middle. Joe Hilton's here. Beetle Bay, how you doing? $2. No, nobody's got that. Nobody's watched my Mr. Yosh is real close on what I sold that for. I said it was within $50. Mr. Yosh is real close. I think we're gonna have to give Mr. Yosh the.
No, we gotta get it right.
Well, I said I gave the hints on everything. Mr. Yosh is the winner.
No.
Yes.
If someone gets it correct,
He
then
got
they
the
win.
10 cents on the cover. That everybody was off on that until him. All right, Mr. Yosh, you win. I sold the butcher cover for $27.50, but $2,700 is pretty damn close. You had the date right, and 10 cents is what they were upset about, that it cost 10 cents to replace the butcher cover with a trunk cover. So when they started pasting over, they saved that 10 cents on every cover. But when you're talking about thousands and thousands of them, that's a lot of money. Mr. Yosh, you need to send out a email to our Mr_Stickermania@yahoo.com so I can get your address and know which butcher cover you want. The two stereos, the stereo with the trunk slick, East Coast, or the stereo without the trunk slick. They all have the matching records, or the mono West Coast that has a strong glue. All right, Mr. Yosh did a great job.
Joseph Mancino said congratulations, and Chris said that was fun. Thanks.
Yes,
All right.
it was. Great job, everybody.
Great job. They've got a lot of people answering. That was a good little giveaway.
Boots are back.